A few days ago, when I was still quite sick, all I wanted to be was comfortable, like a baby swaddled, safe and warm. I managed to tuck myself in to a position with pillows and blankets all around me, like I was being held all around. Once comfortable, I wished that there was someone there to tell me a story. All alone, I told myself, tell yourself a story and make it original. And so it went like this. One day, a being with no concept of self, time, or space was resting comfortably. It was dark, warm, soft, and all-encompassing. It could hear muffled sounds from the outside but had no care or interest in what was going on because it was safe, secure, and well protected. One day, it heard a loud, muffled buzzing sound and a light push until the swaying turned into a free fall of weightlessness, then a soft bump. The buzzing sound continued until it was replaced with the typical muffled sounds of chirping and insects. As if nothing happened, the entity continued on undisturbed. As time passed, it started to feel the vibration caused by heavy raindrops. It also later started to hear more of an internal noise, less muffled, of things creeping and crawling all around it. Eventually, something had ate through the soft exterior blanket that was protecting it. The entity became worried that it would no longer be safe, secure, and well protected. Soon, the creatures completely ate the exterior blanket, but to the being's surprise, it was still safe. However, things were different this time. The sounds were less muffled, and the inside of its safe space was permeable to light. While it couldn't see through it, it provided a new outlook and perception of how life would be, and it still felt safe, secure, and well protected. Life was great until one day the dry season came. Still safe and secure, the entity felt threatened, as if its last layer of protection started to dry out, causing cracks and sun rays to come inside. Soon, the outer layer completely split open, leaving the entity vulnerable. It no longer felt safe, secure, or well protected. One day, as if matters couldn't get worse, a heavy rain came. The earth bubbled all around it with each heavy raindrop. The muddy earth continued to encompass the entity until the earth swallowed it up. There it laid, questioning, was this the end of its life, to be buried alive, to never know itself? Eventually, the earth made a shallow grave and the rain stopped. As the entity laid in the grave, waiting for death, something new was happening. It started to sprout legs. This is wonderful, it thought. I will use these to push myself out of this grave. But the legs were stubborn. They desired to go deeper and wider and be firm in their direction to anywhere but up. Feeling hopelessness, the entity stopped the resistance and gave into the fact that this is its new life. It realized that in its current location, it was safe, secure, and well protected. Not soon after becoming comfortable with this new way of life, a new interesting change was happening. It started to grow hands. And unlike the feet, these hands were on a mission upward and out. With nothing to lose, the entity followed suit and made its way above the ground. Now, for the first time, it could hear and see clearly. It was an exciting experience. And with its feet fitted firm and its arms always reaching ahead, the entity felt safe, secure, and well protected. It learned to love and look towards the sun and see the rain as comfort. Time went by, and the larger and taller and broader it got. At one point, it was towering over its feet all other kinds of entities below. Life was great and going well, until one day it started to feel heavy. Its hands were tired. It felt as though it was carrying the weight of the world. Saddened that this may be the end, it proclaimed, "But I never learned who or what I am or why I'm here. I'm old and I feel heavy. Is this the end?" To make matters worse, a family of humans came along and started to climb on the entity. It did not hurt, but it was an annoyance. However, soon, to its surprise, the weight was alleviating. The humans were removing all of the heavy weights from its hands. When they were done, it felt so much lighter, safer, and secure. A few of the small humans sat at the bottom and talked about how sweet and delicious their mangoes were. Mango? The entity repeated. Am I a mango? Then a calming voice answered and said, No, you are not, and you never were a mango. Then what am I? The entity questioned. You are a big and powerful tree that provides a safe, secure, and well-protected place to all that encounter you. The end. I, like this tree, have the greatest desire to feel safe, secure, and well-protected. We fail to realize that at every stage of development and growth, we will lose a sense of security, protection, identity, and even a plan or perception of how life should be. But through growth and vulnerability, we become something greater. We become the very safety and security and protection others needed.